Joined now by Bucky from the Tuesday Night Sports Show. And we're going to start off a little local here. Let's talk about the Bobcats. A tough loss a couple days ago to one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah, you come out of the Christmas break and sometimes things aren't clicking right for you, and unfortunately play against one of the best teams in the league. And I want to think that Sherwood Park's won 7 of their last 9 games. So they're been on a tear in the North Division. They're a veteran-laden team, a lot of offensive ability up front, and when you turn the puck over and you make mistakes, it's in the back of your net. And that's what happened for the Bobcats. They dug themselves an early hole and couldn't climb out of it. At the same time, the Bobcats are pretty banged up front. They got a lot of injuries, so right now they're kind of mixing and matching lines, just trying to get through games. Unfortunately for them, they lose to Sherwood Park, and Mother Nature comes into play on Saturday, and they don't even get to hit the ice against Spruce Grove because of weather conditions.
Well, Sherwood Park's another team who came up against the Bonnyville Pontiacs before the break. A big, I believe, is about 5-1 win against the Pontiacs in Vermilion. But let's head to the Junior B scene a little bit. The Bandits don't start until the 5th. And let's talk a little bit about what to expect in the second half of the Bandits.
Well, you kind of want to hope they take over where they left off. Going into the Christmas break, winners of 8 of their last 9. Really moving up in the standings, challenging for that top 3 spot, and that's where you want. Again, you go into that Christmas break, and sometimes players aren't focused. And there's a couple of games that they did win, and they probably should have blown those 2 teams away. At the same time, wins are wins are wins. Now coming into the second half, and they got 2 tough games. Killam is here on Saturday, Frog Lake is here on Sunday. 2 teams that are not ready to play, they can beat you bad. Frog Lake has struggled for the first half of the season. Look for them to get better in the second half. And Killam is just a tough, hard-nosed team that you feel every little bump they take on you. So Saturday is going to be a challenge coming out of the Christmas break, see what kind of turkey and everything else they still have in them.
Well, they do ask how many, or they don't ask how, they ask how many. Let's move to the midget tier now. Big weekend, or big little bit there for the Bobcats AAA team for their big tournament.
Yeah, for the Bantam team. Graham Tour tournament, which put some of the best Bantam teams in Western Canada in there. You had teams from BC, Manitoba, Alberta, and Saskatchewan there. So to go in there and win, and they won all their round robin games pretty convincing. Had a tough, hard-nosed game against Martinsville in the final. So, good job by Cujo and crew there for the Bantam Bobcats. And, they had a good start to the season. They're still sitting near the top of that entire league in the standing. So you're hoping that this will be kind of a springboard to their second half and make a good run for it and get into the playoffs. And
some pretty convincing wins as well for those teams as well.
Yeah, some very big wins. And, they went to that Medicine Hat tournament, the Hounds tournament, not that long ago, and faced some very good competition there. They wanted a better outcome. I think they went in there hoping that they would get to that championship round. It didn't work out that way. And I think more than anything, they always say you learn a lot from losses more than you do from wins. And I think from that Medicine Hat tournament, they found out what they have to do to their game and play a better 60 minutes. So, you hope going into Regina, winning the Graham Tour tournament will help them be better here in the second half of the season.
Perfect. Well, we'll have a little bit more coming up here with Bucky, but we'll have a little bit more primetime local news coming up.